The senior acting company of the University of Evansville presents The Eclipse Company, featuring Amanda Cowan, Andrew Flynn, Beau Peterson-Quinn, Beau Wilcox, Cole Leonard, Emma Tolleson, Ethan Davenport, Evan Lawson, Grace Maddux, Hannah Stevens, Jack Russell, Jackson Burnham, Jordan Williams, Justin Pappas, Justin Cesny, Liam Johnson, Luke Moran, Madeline Jane Malinowski, Megan Sizemore, and Shannon White.
Blanc de Cerussa de Venisa, or white lead powder. This will be the base.
Add to a pot with shallow water and bring to a boil. Do avoid the fumes.
Belladonna, the beautiful lady. The most potent part of the plant is the root. Boil the roots in the lead base.
The arsenic comes to us in small crystals. Cover your face with a wet rag and grind them finely into a powder. Add to the pot and boil the rest of the water out.
Spread the paste thin on a sheet,
where it will be baked long and low and dehydrated into powder.
Pack the powder firmly into the cosmetic pots. Box them up with lace and bows.
Cleanup is key.
Before starting the next batch, always clean every pot, pan, and spoon thoroughly, or risk altering the precise measurements in the next brew.
Do try to be busy on cleanup days.
That will be 2 lira.
Take the money if they have it.
Some women feel better knowing they paid for it.
I'm not sure why it makes a difference one way or the other.
Some women won't have the money.
Paying for it doesn't make it any more effective at its job.
Over the course of the next week or longer, break up the powder a very little bit at a time.
It is tasteless and odorless and can go in any food or drink in small quantities without altering the color.
A slow death will give him time to get his affairs in order.
The slower, the better.
It will alleviate suspicion.
Give him time to make peace with God.
I'm sure it goes without saying, but...
You cannot tell a soul.
Whisper a word of this.
To any man.
And every widow in Rome could face the gallows.
Good luck.
Good riddance.
And thank you for choosing AQUA TOFANA.
Thank God, Drusia, you old hag! Who was it? Spara. Tell me. It was that Piero woman, wasn't it? Her hands were shaking as I handed her the box. She was as pale as a ghost. I told Mom she wasn't.
Hands shook, Spara. We sold to maybe a dozen women in the last 4 months alone. There's no way to know.
She should pay.
She will. She will be the first of us to pay, my friend. Of that I am sure.
Where's my mother? I want to speak with her.
I don't know.
She's here.
No, only you and me.
What? Where is she?
I don't know. I wasn't even sure my message would reach the shop.
I'm going back out for her.
Spara, no!
I will not leave her to hang!
Girls. Was it you who sent word? It was. You were wise to come here. Father Girolamo is a trusted friend.
What do we do now? Do we run?
We did run. To the only safe place we may have left in this world.
Or you could take us back to Sicily.
They will find us in Sicily.
We cross the ocean then, to the New World. We lay low, and in a few years we can start again. I'm sure men are no better in colonies.
No. We stay here for now. We are lucky to know we will have sanctuary as long as Father Girolamo can uphold it for us. I will speak with the Father to see what there is to be done, but until then, no one leaves the cathedral.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been many years since my last honest confession. Julia says you are a good man, an ally, at least. I suppose for the first time in so long, I truly have nothing to hide. I didn't want to kill my husband. I know there's all evidence to the contrary. I didn't think I wanted him dead. I tried for years to love my husband. Elia was his name. And he tried to love me too. He just didn't like me. And that on its own is not an offense worthy of death. But Elia, there came a point where any time he spoke to me, it was to express his disappointment in everything I wasn't. There were many days in that house with that man where I did not say a word. He told me every chance he could how he wished my voice didn't grate the way it did. I spent so long in silence that the noise in my head grew to deafening levels. And then one day, one of the few that he took me out of the house, it was a wedding, actually. Someone who was my friend what felt like 100 years ago. She told me about Julia. She called TOFANA a lifesaver. A funny way of putting it. A miracle cosmetic, she called it. She said, "It will save you, Drusia. It will." The way she spoke, I thought it would make me beautiful or witty, maybe give me a voice like an angel my Elia would sigh to hear. Maybe it... When I went to Julia's shop and I found out what TOFANA really was, this feeling came over me. Like a fog. Like suddenly I was very far away from the world. I purchased the powder, and Julia touched my hand, and it did not feel like my hand. I thanked her, or I hope I did, and I went home. Days passed, and I did nothing. But in that time, I became keenly aware of my reality. Between the noise and the fog and the silence, I knew that I could not live life like this. I didn't want to kill my husband. But I knew if there was a chance in the world that the day would come that I wanted to live, then I could not wait for him to die. Cantate Domino, canticum no. Cantate, cantate, cantate et benedicite nomine Deus.
If you break something, I promise you will regret it.
What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Someone might. We are guests here, Spara. Were you hoping to find something up there besides dust and dead birds?
There are dead birds up there?
Sit, Spara.
You know where Drusia is? She's off confessing to your friend. She wants me to do it too. I told her to fuck off. He's your friend, isn't he?
He was a customer many, many years ago. All customers are confidants.
You've sold to men?
Rarely, very rarely. But the father is a gentle man, an even gentler boy. These were attributes his father did not appreciate.
I don't think I could ever sell to a man.
It was a risk that has certainly paid off.
Should I confess to him then? Perhaps he's the only man in Rome worth speaking to.
Perhaps he is.
It'll keep me out of the rafters for now.
Then I definitely encourage it. And it may bring Drusia some peace.
Do you think I'll go to heaven, Mother?
Do you want to go to heaven?
Sounds finer than hell.
Then I'd like to see St. Peter try and keep you out. God,
sweating like a maniac. I never liked churches. I feel so cooped up in this place. I don't care how high the ceilings are. I think churches are built to make people feel small. I suppose I should be grateful. I hold no delusions about what's beyond those doors. Well, fuck them. Let them come. I'll kick and scream and claw eyes and force them to kick and claw back. If there's one regret I do have after all these years, it's only how quiet the whole business had to be. Like it was some kind of secret those men deserved to die. I think at best, men and women never see each other again. Men can stay here and women can take up the moon, perhaps. Frankly, I have seen no evidence to support the idea of marriage. A man and a woman in one house together for their entire lives? Well, it's no wonder we end up killing each other. If the point of marriage is money, get it somewhere else. If the point of marriage is love, then I think we hedge our losses and move on to other objectives. Men and women will never truly love each other. I mean, I'm not even sure we can like each other. This I have plenty of proof for. I have seen 100 married couples with their hands clasped in sweaty claustrophobic matrimony, always a hand on their wives. Maybe it's to keep her from running. I wouldn't know. I do not let men touch me. But disdain and disinterest is one thing. It is fear I cannot stand. I know better than anyone what a woman living without fear may look like. The women who come into our store, they are the impressions of the people they could be, hidden from themselves by the weight of fear. And the ones who come back to thank us, they just... And do not laugh at me. They just shine, stand taller, the weight lifted. And there is not a woman alive who does not look their most elegant in black. Couldn't laugh at me, could you? I've never seen a priest laugh. Do priests ever laugh? You can tell me. It's confession. They're saying we poisoned the well. Well, they're saying you poisoned the well.
What? How? We've been here for days. How could she have?
It doesn't matter. No one has to believe it. They just need a reason to come in and take us.
They won't do that. They can't. We have sanctuary. They disobey the church?
It is the church who is after us, Drusia. The papal authorities are waiting at every exit.
All the more reason to obey their own laws.
They make the laws, but they are not their laws. Anyone with the power to make the rules doesn't have to follow them.
How are you so calm about this?
Excellent question.
Forgive me, I'm not sure what it is you want from me.
I want you to start thinking. A way out. The Father tells me the women of Rome are flooding to your defense. Surely someone can do something.
Yes. No.
Why not?
Spara, I think you'd have me poison the well. I'll not let good people risk their lives. Look outside, child.
I don't want to die.
Oh, Spara.
Stop it.
Darling.
Don't.
I know.
You know?
I suppose I don't know. I've never gotten the impression you were a godly woman.
I don't know what gave you that impression.
Yes, I know. Yes. It's never too late to confess. Julie, if we are not long for this world, then maybe the next one will be gentler, knowing why we did what we did.
If God truly sees all, then I do not have to explain to him why I did what I did.
The purpose of confession isn't to tell God things he doesn't know. It's to begin our journey to forgiveness.
Do you seek forgiveness?
It is impossible to know what I seek. I think I want what I've always wanted. I want peace in myself. If God denies me for the things I have done, then at least I can die knowing that he will have no question about who he has damned. If I could cast some spell and change the way my life has looked, I would. But I know if I was faced with this one again, I would make the same decisions over and over again.
That's a comforting thought.
Is it?
I like to think that over and over again, I stand a chance of having you in my life, at my side.
By yours and Spara's side is the only place I belong. Julie, if not for your peace of mind, then for mine. As your loyal servant, I am asking you to speak to the Father.
I do not mean to torment you, Drusia. For you I will confess. It will be fine practice. Will you find Spara while I'm away?
Of course. Though, I'm not sure what I will say to her.
There is every chance that she will not give you the opportunity to say anything.
Right.
Just, I'll be back. Then we'll figure out what to do next.
Right.
Thank you for meeting with me. I know we have spoken before about all of this. For my whole life, I have thought that God does not concern himself with me. Me, or my mother, or my daughter, or Drusia, or anyone else like us. I think God is as concerned with us as he is with horses, or dogs, or pigs. You are free to disagree, of course, but I do not think that God counts my sins. I can't imagine that rats go to hell for stealing from the kitchen. I cannot imagine that rats go to heaven, either. Rats are no more capable of virtue in the eyes of God than they are misdeed. I do not think that heaven was made for women. And as I do not anticipate hell, either. I rest easy at night, growing familiar with comfortable oblivion. All this being said, I am not sure what I am meant to confess. I am surprised that I have gone this many years in Spada's life without her asking many questions about why I do the things I do. I think she assumes that we do things for the same reason. She is really more like my mother than she is me. I think she was a savage thing, my mother. On the rare occasion that she would hold me, I think I could feel her muscles twitching with tension, but she never looked so serene than the day that she brought me into her kitchen to show me how she would poison my father. You see, my mother always spoke to me about killing my father as an inevitability, not a hypothetical. That night at dinner, my father choked to death on his own blood. And he looked at me when he died, and I was watching his eyes. They didn't look any different. I mean, after he died, I thought they would. And they didn't. My mother, not long after that, she was executed. Still, it was not until my own husband that I realized the necessity of a second option. The morning after Spara was born, my husband attacked me. It shocked me. I knew he had wanted a son. Every man wants a son. But he had been so soft in the early months of our marriage. Lying there on the floor, I heard the screams of my daughter, not an hour old. I felt the ache of new bruises. I felt the hot wet of my own blood. And I realized that he had been so kind because he wanted to be kind. And now he beat me because he wanted to be cruel. It can feel very good to be cruel. And it is very easy for men to be cruel to their wives. What will they do? What would I do? What would my daughter
do once she was old enough to stand a beating. My husband stepped into the hallway, and as he turned to close the door, he looked at me for a second. And his eyes, I realized they looked just as my father's had. When my father collapsed in a heap on the ground, and I watched, waiting for something behind his eyes to change now that his soul had fled his body. And nothing happened. But then, looking at my husband, alive and well, watching me with the eyes of the dead, it was the closest thing to a sign as I have ever known. And I felt righteous the day I began the long process of killing my husband. I felt, I imagine, much like my mother did. I no longer carry such whimsical ideas with me. It is dangerous, at the point of death, to abandon anger. Anger is a great motivator. I think it is a great reason to start something, but it will falter to carry you through to the end. Anger does not occupy the same space as defeat, and you may grasp and claw at it in your final moments. But the best that you can do, and I saw my mother try, is to try to convince yourself that it will keep you warm at night. I know the price of staying in here, and I know the price of leaving. I'm not angry. I'm not afraid. I think I will miss my life. But enough for now. It was all I could do.
Will you talk with me?
Oh, what should we talk about? The weather?
You had to know, Spara. You had to know it would come to this.
I did think about it. I thought about how it would never happen. I spent my whole life proving that men are as fragile as anything. They are eaten by the same worms as anything.
Yes, and you are 10 feet tall and do impossible things.
Do not condescend to me.
Sorry. The things we did, the people we hurt, they are just people. And people can decide they want to hurt us just as easy. We are not impossible things, Father.
I have made a decision. I will go out to meet the authorities and I will turn myself in.
Mother!
You two may either feign ignorance or say that I forced you. I cannot guarantee that you won't face repercussions, but I will do what I can.
Julia, stop it. I cannot accept this.
You have an alternative?
We are all guilty. We face them together.
You would condemn Spara to your martyr's nobility as well.
I cannot speak for Spara, but I can speak for me. I will face them with you.
Then you doom her to a life alone.
I can only make decisions for myself, Julia. I can only do what I think is right.
Enough! God, you both speak like I'm not in the room!
Then speak.
If they come charging in before I can surrender myself, I will not be able to stop them from taking you both.
Let them come.
Please let me do this for you.
It won't make a difference, will it? Not really. Will it? Well, that's all right then. You want to know why?
Why?
See, what will happen is they'll kick out the blocks from under us, and the ropes will just break. And a wind so sharp will come by and it will cut them.
Of course.
Naturally.
Yes. And before our feet can touch the ground, the earth will split open wide.
And swallow us all whole.
Yes. And the people will scream and call us witches, and they'll be right. Why couldn't we have just been witches?
And when the earth spits us back out, we will be somewhere exciting. Somewhere new.
The colonies?
The moon.
Finally.
And we'll
spring break, fall break, and any time off, please find ways to disconnect while still turning in all of your work assigned to you. All of us do worry about your mental health. Next week, statewide standardized testing begins, so be ready for that. In the news, the New York Times reports that after 1 year of the COVID-19 pandemic, after 128 million cases and over 2.8 million deaths worldwide, that corporate America will now play a bigger role in fighting against COVID-19. Seriously, that is the actual headline. Look it up. February 26, New York Times. Corporate America has now seen that COVID-19 is a big enough issue to now start really combating this. Thank you very much. I apologize for that. That is all for the morning announcements. Please go directly to your morning study hall hour with your partners. Have a blessed day.
What did your mom get you for Easter?
She got me a money clip and a subscription to The Economist. What did your parents get you for Easter?
Not much. They just sat me down and gave me the talk.
The talk?
Yeah, the birds and the bees. Man, they said it's important to know when I'm grown up.
Whoa. Do they think you're going to be like a beekeeper or something?
Maybe. They said I need to do it with someone I love and trust when the time is right.
That makes sense. Beekeeping seems like a stressful job. You need to have a good partner in it.
You know, when I am old enough to actually do the birds and the bees, maybe we can be beekeepers together.
Oh, someone's trying to crash our Zoom again.
Kick them out before they do something strange. Sheesh.
These things should really be password protected.
You're telling me.
Oh God, it's back.
Well, first off, let's not call them it. That's reductive to who they are.
Thank you for checking my pronoun game. Oh God, they're back.
I know. Hey, buddy, this is a Zoom for honors students.
Yeah, honor students only. Keep it moving.
Shift it on down the river, bozo. You don't want to mess with us. We took a few virtual Zoom self-defense classes over the quarantine.
And we can kick some major virtual ass.
Humans of your age always resort to violence and name-calling whenever they are faced with the unknown?
Actually, I think that's most humans in general when faced with the unknown, in my experience.
Yep, fearful of discovery, and yet always searching for it.
Preach.
Damn straight.
That's very profound. Did you children come up with that?
We're all in honors classes. So.
And our parents have been listening to Ira Glass since we were 3, so we are pretty receptive to other people's private stories.
And we also have private tutors.
Oh, not me anymore.
Really? Oh no, what happened to Rebecca? I liked her.
She decided to pursue a doctorate at Johns Hopkins.
Oh, good for her. You said she's been wanting to do that for a while.
Yeah, we are happy for her too.
Well, I am Linus, and I am...
Like Charlie Brown's best friend?
Of course not.
Damn, I really wanted it to be a reference to Charlie Brown.
Hey, it's okay, buddy. You know, he's a big fan of the cartoons of Charles Schulz.
Oh, that's understandable.
Are you a fan of the works of Charles Schulz?
Adele, buddy, we gotta move on. Linus, tell us a little bit about yourself. What brings you here to the St. Helena of the Cross Zoom Breakout 3?
I am here to help you. I have come to your virtual room of learning to tell you about the gods who've endowed me with enormous power.
Multiple? Okay.
Wait, do you not believe in a higher power? Or is it the multiple part?
Not me. Seems a little too mystical for my taste.
But you both go to a Catholic school?
It's actually a Seventh-day Adventist school, and most people here don't even believe in a god, right, Memo?
Well, I consider myself an agnostic.
Consider?
Yeah, I do consider myself an agnostic. What's the harm in believing in a higher good? Sure, it might be naive to think that way, but it makes me feel nice thinking about it. Whether it be one god or spread out through multiple forms, like Linus here practices.
I don't just practice, I have been with them. They have given me unbelievable powers to show the people of the world.
I'm okay, thank you.
What?
I don't like just any belief just being shoved onto me. I would like to respectfully decline.
I'm not trying... Look, I'm just trying to show you my powers.
It's okay. It's okay. Sheesh, a little touchy on the powers business. Okay, tell us about your powers.
I grant wishes.
You grant wishes?
Yes, I can grant you 3 wishes.
Like a genie?
Sure, if genies were real.
What makes you real?
Because you're seeing me, because I'm right here in front of you.
Debatable.
Debatable?
Yeah, debatable. Could be a video, artificial intelligence. Or...
Oh, here we go again.
Linus. Could be a collective hallucination.
You want everything to be a collective hallucination so badly.
So what? I have seen real proof that we're living in a simulated reality.
Are you talking about last week when it snowed in the morning and then we went outside and there was no trace of snow?
Not even a puddle. How do you explain that?
A rise in temperature? Climate change, you nilly-numbings. Ever heard of it? Oh, wait, you haven't because you aren't in honors earth science like I am.
That's not really what a simulated reality
You
does.
know that my mom didn't want me overextending myself. And I know how climate change works, and that sure as hell ain't it.
Shut up! I am not a collective hallucination. We are not living in a simulation. I am real. He is real. We are all real. And I grant you any wish you want.
Any wish?
Yes, any 3 wishes for the 2 of you.
All right. What are the rules?
What do you mean?
There are rules that go along with this wishing business.
You can't wish for infinite wishes.
Yeah, we know. We weren't born yesterday. What are the specifics?
There aren't really any specifics outside of the 3 wishes.
So, no loopholes? No catches?
No.
We can't wish to have someone fall in love with us?
I mean, that's tricky because what is...
Use any wish to kill anyone?
Are we just quoting from Aladdin?
I'm pretty sure we are.
Wow. I mean, it is probably the only movie with the most distinct rules for a genie.
Well, how about I Dreamed of Jeannie?
Yeah, they didn't really have as clear of rules and, hasn't aged well since the 60s.
Yeah, but no item to have the ability to have Memo and I turn on each other, pit friend against friend, and fight a brutal battle to the death where the victor gets to walk around wearing the other person's skin as a suit.
Well, we're waiting.
No, nothing like that. 3 wishes, I have to grant you what you wish for. Just 3 wishes for the 2 of you.
Well, I wish that I could always finish the Saturday New York Times crossword.
An original 1965 Kodak Super 8 film camera.
And a private masterclass from David Sedaris about the techniques of comedic short story writing.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't even think of that. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's not how that works.
What? We wish for 3 things.
Yes, you did, but you children did it wrong. They don't mean anything.
Well, here you are being awfully judgy of our wishes.
Honestly, you're just being a dick.
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of, but my parents don't let me use that word.
You've been a dick the whole time, I would say.
Oh, Del, I think he gets it. You told us we could wish for whatever we want, but we did.
You never took a second to think about what you wanted.
We did. We already knew what we wanted.
This is a common scenario Memo and I have played out multiple times.
You didn't make a single wish for good.
Well, you never told us we had to.
Here you go, making up rules, changing the game while we're already playing. Classic genie tricks. We can see right through you.
I am not.
We see right through you.
I'm going to give you another chance to make 3 more wishes.
Do we get to keep our other things?
No.
Can we at least keep our David Sedaris wish? He is our literary hero.
Fine, you can keep that one.
All right, so we can keep that one.
And the 1965 Kodak Super 8 film camera?
No, just the class with Mr. Sedaris. But you 2 need to actually think about your wishes and use at least one for good.
Okay, I wish to end world hunger.
Yes, like that. Now, Memo.
I wish that the movie Waterworld starring Kevin Costner didn't bomb at the box office and also with critics.
What? Why?
Well, that movie had so much potential for success. It was such a shame to see Kevin's career take a hit that big. You know, he really lost his box office pull after that movie came out.
We are not using one of your wishes on your Kevin Costner fantasy.
What? Why not? You have one wish. You wish for whatever you want.
But I want to wish for something that will help both of us.
Well, I wish for the David Sedaris reading. That was for both of us.
Well, that is true, but you're using on a wish on a person who hasn't had a single good movie.
Oh, Kevin Costner is a wildly successful actor with a string of great movies.
Maybe Bull Durham, but that is it.
The Bodyguard.
We both know that Whitney Houston in that one song by Dolly Parton carried that movie.
Well, Dances with Wolves won Kevin 2 Oscars.
Not for acting.
Yes, but he won for Best Director, though. And but who cares? You know that Kevin Costner's my favorite actor, and I want to use my wish to help correct his career.
If you really wanted to help correct his career, you better wish he never would have started acting.
Del, what do you mean?
You idolize a man who mainly appears in Western films or films about baseball.
What?
You only like dumb, stupid, mediocre things.
Del, you seem to be projecting a lot of anger on me and Kevin Costner, and I don't like this side of you.
I know what my next wish is. I wish that Kevin Costner never started acting.
No, you bastard! How could you? No, take it back. Please take it back. You know he doesn't mean it. Take it back, please.
I can't. Once a wish, always a wish.
I did what I had to do. I couldn't have Kevin ruining this world any longer.
This world? What do you mean?
Because
he has a history with Kevin Costner.
What?
How did you know that?
I can read minds from time to time.
Well, that's convenient. You reveal that power to us right now.
Never came up before.
You have a history with Kevin Costner?
Yes.
How?
I once had a very private, major obsession with Kevin Costner. I watched all his movies, every interview. I was a part of a fan club.
You were a member of the Costner Files?
I made that fan club. I made my whole world about Kevin Costner. He was bigger than God for me.
Well, what happened? What made you despise him?
Also, I thought you didn't believe in God.
I used to have a God, and he went by the name Kevin Costner. Last summer vacation, I took a solo pilgrimage to the actual Field of Dreams in Dyersville, Iowa.
Aren't you only 12 years old?
I was 11 at the time, but yes, I am 12 years old. The field was built for the movie, and it now mainly serves as a big tourist destination for the northeast part of Iowa. It was the 30th anniversary of the release of the movie, and the cast was going to be there signing autographs, meeting the fans. I had a simple little baseball just for Kevin to sign. To Dell, keep on swinging for the fences. I am proud of you, champ. Love, Kevin Costner. The autograph session began, and they had people who played minor roles go down the line first and sign autographs, which I expected. They wouldn't have the big guns come out first. I could tell the session was wrapping up, and there was no sign of Kevin. I went up and asked a worker where the hell Kevin was at, and they said he would be giving an address from the stage out in the parking lot. I went right to the stage, no sign of Kevin. A giant TV was wheeled out. A video of Kevin Costner at his home in Aspen, Colorado started to play. At first I thought, funny joke, Kevin. Start the speech on video and then come out to roaring applause. That's exactly the way to get the crowd going. He just kept saying, I am sorry, I won't be there. I wish I could, but I won't be there. I was filled with rage. I was filled with destruction. I wanted to hurt someone just the way I was hurt. I still had the ball for Kevin Costner, and I made sure that Kevin Costner was going to get that ball. I hurled it right through the TV, right through the lying face of Kevin Costner. Security tackled me and dragged me from the Field of Dreams. I was given a lifelong ban from the Field of Dreams and a restraining order from Kevin because I apparently made a virtual attempt on his life. That day, any respect that I had for that man vanished. I cursed his name. I cursed his work. I cursed myself for being so naive to trust a man like that. Now that I've had some time to reflect, I am embarrassed by my actions. I was a smug, angry 11-year-old that was damaged by this world. I have grown in these 9 months since the incident, I swear, but when you brought it up, all those feelings came rushing back. I felt myself leave my body. I'm sorry that I let my hatred for Kevin get in the way of the wishes. You use the last wish for whatever you want.
Wait, Del.
No, go ahead. I only seem to make wishes that hurt my friends.
Linus.
Really?
Yes,
That's how you want to use your last wish?
of course. Hey, Del. Hey, Del. I know you said you didn't want it, but you worked hard for it.
Why did you wish for this?
Because I'm in an honors class called Caring.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's officially 3 wishes.
Well, we did have those wishes from before.
Sometimes exceptions can be made for those who are deserving.
Oh, sounds like a loophole.
I would call it an amendment.
Wait, this is serious. How many wishes do we actually have? Because we have the baseball.
We have the World Hunger one, and that one's going to take some time to come true, I would think.
Don't forget about your masterclass.
Huh?
Memo and Del, please join breakout room 9. The author, David Sedaris, is waiting to discuss the techniques of comedic short story writing with you two.
Oh, bro! I'm about to be David Sedaris!
Let's go!
I just realized something about your ball.
What?
Well, since you wish that Kevin Costner never started acting. So that basically means he would never be famous, right?
I guess.
So now you just have like a autographed baseball by some random blue collar guy named Kevin Costner.
Yeah. I wonder what Kevin Costner is doing now.
Well, my guess is he went to the family business of working on power lines.
I heard he did one softcore sex film before becoming an actor.
How did working on power lines remind you of a softcore sex film?
I don't know.
Oh, sex! That's what all the birds and the bees is about. It's about sex.
Really? So not beekeeping?
No, it's about sex.
Gross.
I know. It was wildly uncomfortable.
Non cadrai farfallone amoroso, notte giorno di giorno girando, delle belle turbando in riposo, narcisetto adocino d'amor. Delle belle turbando in riposo, narcisetto adocino d'amor. Non avrai questi bei pennacchi.
Gross. Hey, Kyle. Yep, I just got down to the basement. It's so dusty. Yeah, no, I have grandma's stuff upstairs whenever mom is ready. I have no idea of where to start. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Nope, I can do that. Uh-huh. This is just hard. Okay. Bye. Oh, photographs. Oh, what is this? Oh, fuck, is that? Hey, Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, I just found a painting down here. So what should I do? I don't want to call the ACD. Well, I don't want them in her house, Kyle. Well, why did Grandma even have it in the first place? Smuggling. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but what if I get blamed for all of this? I don't want to. Well, it could.
Oh, I didn't notice you there.
Who the fuck?
Look, flash your little rectangle all you want. Just stay a few feet away, okay?
Who are you? How the fuck did you get down here?
I came from the painting, darling. Well, do I really have to say it?
Are you on drugs or something? Get out of my house!
Oh, incredible. More lighting. That is just what we needed. So I'll sit like this.
Get back!
Wow. Usually what my bodyguards would say to you, being an international superstar and all.
An international superstar? Who the hell are you?
You don't. I'm the Mona Lisa. People crowd around to see me every day. Well, they used to. They'd push and shove just to get their little rectangles out so they could show the rectangles who I am. The rectangles would sometimes flash in excitement. Still nothing.
Wait. What? The Mona Lisa? Is that painting? What the fuck? There was a painting right there.
Yes, idiot. That is my frame.
No, your frame? No, there was a painting right there and I just saw it. What the hell is going on?
I graciously came out of my frame to meet you, and I never meet my fans, so I deserve some respect now.
No, you need to explain to me what is going
on.
Look, Lisa, I'm sorry for disrespecting you. I am. I'm not going to kiss your hand, but I would love an explanation as to why you are standing in front of me.
Really? You know, lady, I respect that. Fame is so tiresome, especially being a woman in fame. Don't even get me started on that. Well, some lady took me here after my home was shut down. At first, I thought I was being stolen again, but this lady was trying to protect me. Me, along with many other paintings, were whisked away to be hidden around the world. The first woman who has ever owned me. It was glorious. Fantastic.
Grandma Helen took you after the war? Oh my God. Grandma Helen was such a badass.
She is indeed. And where might she be? I miss her terribly, and the space down here, very drab. Pardon me. Just needs to be lit better.
Helen died last month.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's okay. She passed away peacefully. She was an incredible woman. My biggest role model. I always wondered what it would like to live the life she lived. She was so brave, so brilliant. I feel like I don't have an ounce of that bravery that she had in her, and that there's this part of me that's like, just... I'm telling all of this to a painting right now.
Oh, gosh, friend. So you own me now? 2 women in a row, my lucky stars. Oh, I'm so overcome with joy. You have your grandmother's sweet, sweet eyes. I'm glad those same eyes will be gazing on me.
What? Well, I'm sorry, Lisa, but I can't keep you.
So you're going to sell me?
No. I have to turn you into the art collection department. It's illegal to own physical copies of paintings. I could go to jail.
But your grandmother brought me here to be saved from these people. Wouldn't you want to honor her wishes? They were only in Europe when your grandmother took me.
Yeah, well, they're here now, and I have to turn you in.
But wait. Art is made to be enjoyed by people. People like you. The beauty is seeing it preserved from ages past, to see its cracks. You have to understand how vital I can be for you.
I know. I don't agree with it either. I guess Grandma Helen had the same idea as you, but I can't keep you. I'm sorry, Lisa.
No, wait, I am not going to be holed up in some archive for the rest of my days. I would rather burn. Just hear me out. In Leonardo's hands, I was sacred. I was art. I was joy. To every man after him, I have just been a conquest. The spoils of war. When your lovely grandmother took me, I felt sacred again. She saw the real me. She wanted to see it. Don't make me go back. Please, I beg of you, keep me.
Lisa, I'm sorry, but I don't think you realize how serious the consequences are. I wish I could be that woman for you, but I just can't.
Fine then. I'll just have to show you my life.
What? How?
Like this. Leonardo da Vinci, 1503. Right now, he's probably working on a flying machine or some scuba diving suit.
A what?
I don't know. I don't care. Just look at him. There is just something about him that draws you to him. He is perfect in every way. Let's go talk to him.
I think I'm tripping right now. I have to be tripping right now.
I didn't see you trip. You're still standing. Come on. Leonardo, do you hear me? Lady, what is your name? I never caught it.
Gwen.
Gwen? No. Honey, I'm changing it. How about Guinevere or Gwendoline or I don't know. Lisa. Lisa is a fantastic name.
How did you just bring this man into my basement?
Oh, I don't know, honestly. I just do it. I'm famous. Let's go talk to him. Come on, get over it.
Ankylo.
Damn it, Lisa! Next time a major historical figure comes into this drab, dilapidated, disgusting basement, be a little more urgent next time, please. You just missed our chance to meet the most beautiful mind of the Italian Renaissance.
Okay. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'll be a little more chill, I guess. And my name's Gwen, and cool it on the basement comments. Grandma Helen was old. We both know she would have made a better space for you if she could.
Okay. I apologize deeply. I lost my patience, and that is not particularly chill of me. Correct, Gwendoline?
Correct. Maybe you could have given me a warning before we meet these people. I'm already talking to a painting. And please call me Gwen.
No. Okay, we're going to Napoleon's bedroom.
Oh, but whoa, to the warning or to my name? And like Napoleon?
Both. But I just gave you a warning, so there you go. And yes, Napoleon. He chose me to be in his bedroom because he just adored my mystery and nuance. And he's just a disgusting, egotistical maniac. You'll see. I know all of his secrets. All of them. Let's go.
What?
Holy shit.
Yeah, imagine this 7 days a week. Hey, Shorty, remember me?
I am not. The Mona Lisa. Incroyable. How could I ever forget my most prized painting in the world? My nearest companion.
Yeah, let's not call us companions.
Really? You were my comfort for these sore eyes after a long day. You were my relief when my Josephine betrayed my soul. You were.
This is a little gross.
Unless you are an unreasonably expensive courtesan, I don't particularly give un petit shit who you are, what you have to say, my dear.
All right, shoo. Shoo, enough compensating.
Oh, compensating for what?
Okay, audience. I'm about to set this guy off. I'll love it. You'll love it. It'll be great. Napoleon, I was in your bedroom. What do you think I saw every day? That wee monsieur down south.
Well played. Your strategy to disarm me was very effective. But I'm still smarter than you.
Are you really all that smart? Invading Russia wasn't such a great idea.
Yes! I am a tactical genius. God sent an angel down to grant me eternal powers. Your Leonardo is so regarded for his brilliance. That prick was too lazy to pull his pants up in the morning.
He wasn't lazy. He was fascinated by the world and wanted to learn every nook and cranny of how it operated.
Fascinated by ideas. Ideas are nothing unless action comes behind them. Action is what matters, not the flattery, matery fluff that comes popping from left to right. You should feel grateful that I owned you, a man of real action.
For what? 5 years or something? Oh, wow. Then you got exiled, idiot. A man of action, you are. You don't know the last thing about Leonardo, so shut it, little corporal.
Oh, you think you're so witty, don't you? Do you think your Leonardo painted you to have that wit? Your opinions on this and that? You are simply just a pretty face to hang on my wall. That is all you are.
Maybe to your dense skull I am, but the billions of people that used to crowd around me for hundreds of years didn't think so. They saw me as more than that. They would recognize my face 10 times quicker than yours, even though you, somehow, conquered half of Europe. So, really, just a pretty face and something to own. Shame.
You are a painting. What am I supposed to think?
I'm standing right in front of you, aren't I? I think I'm more than just a painting. And you might want to calm down, little buddy. Don't want to wake up your little drummer boy down there.
Enough! Enough! How dare you speak to me like this?
Checkmate. Yeah, all right, Gwen. Napoleon here is going to have his tantrum, and we're going to let him have some privacy.
No! No! No, you get up!
That was insane!
Ugh, he was such a pain in my frame. You can see where I'm coming from, right? And hey, call these men out next time. These dumbos can't handle a woman arguing with them.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I will. I'm sorry you had to see all that stuff when you were in his bedroom. That's so terrible. I mean, the penis stuff, it's just...
Oh, I lied. I never actually saw it. I always looked away. I just wanted to make him mad.
What? You're smart. Are you bothered after all that stuff he said to you? And about Leonardo?
Oh. No. Not at all. I've heard that from everywhere. And Leonardo was a kind man. How do you know about Napoleon and not about me?
Oh, well, I'm a history major. I think since you've been gone, art hasn't been on people's minds. I never liked him because of all the disgusting wars he waged. It reminded me too much of the invasion.
The invasion?
Yeah. Well, that's what caused Grandma to take you away, I guess. There was a world war that started when I was 10. It was horrible. So many lives and families were destroyed. I'm just grateful my brother made it out alive.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea. Well, I'm glad your grandmother protected me. But if it were like the last time I was lost, you would be on the front page of every newspaper.
You've been lost before.
Oh, yes, honey. Men from all around the world were trying to get their hands on me. After Napoleon's bedroom, they took me to my real home, the Louvre.
Oh, I think I've heard of this place. They turned it into an armory.
Ah, that's icky. That's where people started to become fascinated with my mystery. But then one night in 1911, disaster struck.
What happened?
I was stolen.
Who stole you?
We'll get there. For now, let's go talk to Picasso first.
Hello there, ladies.
Greetings.
What did I do to deserve these beautiful creatures before me? Care for a cigarette? Maybe a cool drink?
Did he?
Were you involved?
Involved with what?
Did you have any involvement in taking me in 1911?
Oh, I see. And you are?
The victim of a kidnapping, of course.
Ah, the Mona Lisa. Well, you see, I had a friend at the time. Apollinaire was his name, a lovely poet. His secretary, Gary Pierre, knew I was studying the Iberian sculptures to make my new paintings, and he stole some of them to help me study them. Eventually, when you were stolen, however, the authorities returned back to Pierre and Apollinaire, which involved me, and became a whole mess. Eventually, we turned them over and begged to be let go. So, no, we did not have any involvement in stealing you, Mona. Answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
Yes, I don't know why anyone ever thought of it. With all due respect, I've never understood the craze. You're a quite boring portrait.
All right, here we go again. Picasso wasn't involved in taking me. We figured that out. But now he has to go and be an idiot, so we're not leaving. Excuse me?
But you, my dear, you are quite beautiful, I must say. Why don't you come take a seat next to me and we can see what I can turn you into? I see blues, yellows, greens. I see potential with some work.
Buzz off, pervert. She's with me. She's not with you, nor do her looks apply to your hand in fixing. And mine don't either, so what you have to say about the both of us is irrelevant.
Really?
Yes, really.
Shame. Leonardo spent all of those years trying to fix you before he died. Seems to me like he needed more time. But death must call. He must always answer.
Don't you dare speak of Leonardo that way. He was an expert of his work, and he made me into a masterpiece.
A master? The Last Supper might disagree. So boring and dull. The painting can't even keep itself on the walls. The man was just such a dimwit.
He was trying a new technique.
And it didn't work. Pity. Too lazy to even go back and fix it. The man couldn't finish a thing.
Well, he finished me. And my sibling and I are some of the most well-regarded paintings to ever exist, so buzz off.
Lisa, why don't we just leave? This is obviously
No, I'm not done. What makes you think you can speak to us this way?
I'm one of the most famous painters alive. I think I have an idea of what real beauty means.
Why does your definition of beauty define the way you can speak to us?
Well, didn't a man make you? Not to mention a man who fantasized about making weapons of destruction and horror. Sounds like a typical man to me.
No. Oh, but he was different. He was not
Giant
like that.
crossbows, different forms of destructive chariots. I never had much taste for war, though. It disgusts me, the way it destroyed people's lives. Your Leonardo did, though. Such a taste for blood. You know what I say? Make love, not war.
I don't like war either. It's terrible.
Oh, really? Why don't you come closer to me? Let me get a better look at you.
Okay.
No, Gwen, stop.
You remind me of a sweet lady of mine named Sylvette. I'd love to paint you.
Why don't you?
Gwen, stop.
Oh, well then, lovely. Take a seat there and let me get a good look at you.
Sure. But first, I'd love to ask you something.
Swing away.
What would you say your most famous painting is?
I would have to say Guernica, a massive painting about the bombing of a town in Spain.
Oh, that's horrible. My hometown was bombed as well. But you know what is such a pity? It's virtual now.
What does that mean?
That the only copy that exists now is a digital version. Pretty sure that most of your paintings are all probably destroyed. Only things that are left are pictures and holograms.
But that can't be true.
Oh, it is. Physical copies are illegal to own. Has to be digital.
But those paintings are meant to be beheld right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure you made them to be observed in a certain way. But, you know, Picasso, the way you treated the both of us was fucking disgusting. But make love, not war, right? Seems to me like love and war aren't that much different to you. They're both a conquest. And what were your paintings destroyed by? The same thing you praise yourself to hate.
Who is this girl?
Karma's a bitch. Let's leave, Lisa. Are you okay, Lisa?
I'm fine. That was quite brave of you. I told you to stick up for yourself. I didn't know you would go to that level.
Well, I thought about what Grandma Helen would do. The way she would deal with assholes was always so cool.
Well, it was even better because you did it. You did it in your own special way. And that's what matters.
Thanks, Lisa. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
What's going on? There's something on your mind.
I'm just confused. Was Leonardo this horrible man of war? I thought he was a man who created, not someone who dreams of raising men down in the battlefield. Are all men just the same? I just don't know anymore.
Lisa, these men are horrible people. They are the prime example of what's wrong with the world. I think you've just had the bad luck of meeting a lot of bad ones.
I've seen a lot in my time. Every king, art critic, and schmuck alike. All of them deciding if I'm worthy enough of the fame I've been given and have earned. I don't feel like women have given me that. I want that so desperately. After all of this, I don't even want fame anymore. I just want to be seen by you.
Oh, Lisa.
You don't have to say anything. I'll finish my story and you can make a decision. This last person was the one who threw me into stardom, or what it was at least.
Wait, Mother Mary, Jesus, where am I?
You're in a random basement. Calm down.
Oh. Okay.
Do you not recognize me at all?
No, Lisa! Is that you?
It is.
Oh my! It's so good to see you again. How have you been?
Fine. How was jail?
Oh, wasn't that bad. Since Italy was so proud of you and I's business together, I only served 8 months. Plus, it helped you become a
global phenomenon and the most famous painting to ever exist. Yada, yada, yada.
If I can ask, why did you steal her?
In the Louvre, they had all these paintings by Italians. They goo-gooed and gagaed them like they were the second coming of Jesus. But on the streets, they treated us Italians like rats coming from the sewer. We were just workhorses to them. I was tired of it. I worked at the Louvre, and I knew I could get away with it since the French schmucks working there were so lazy. I wanted to take it back to Italy, where it belonged, in a place where Italians were actually appreciated in our own country.
Wow. That is horrible they treated you that way.
Yeah, well, you should have been a little smarter and not told the police in Italy that you had me.
I thought they would appreciate it. But I also needed the money. My mother was very sick and we did not have the funds for a doctor.
Maybe you could have not kept me at the bottom of a trunk for 3 years. That would have been a lot more caring coming from someone so proud of his country.
Well, I am sorry. I mean, you are a painting. I did not think of you as a breathing thing.
Well, I am. I'm right here in front of you telling you how that was for me. I understand that I'm just a painting, but I know I'm more than that. I don't forgive you.
Lisa, I am very sorry. I see that my actions have hurt you. I wish I could change that. I know anything I say probably won't change the way you feel, but I knew you were an Italian, and the thought of Napoleon stealing you infuriated me.
Did Napoleon steal you, Lisa? Why didn't you say that before when we were there?
No, he didn't. The French took me when Leonardo died in France.
Oh. I thought he did. I guess I shouldn't have stolen him. Wait, you met him?
We did, actually.
I hope you stuck it to that tiny little fuck. I used to piss on the books about him in libraries.
That's a little gross, but honestly, I don't blame you. Hey, he isn't out to hurt us.
Yes, he is. I don't know why you're not siding with me right now. Look at him.
Hey, I just thought of something. Maybe us Italians and the French aren't so different after all. Spaghetti and guillotine. They kind of sound similar, like spaghetti.
Look, all of the men that we've met so far have been awful. But he didn't look at you the way Napoleon did, or judge you the way Picasso did. He saw you as a great work of art from your country.
Or maybe it was just a way to make a lot of money. I don't buy this at all.
Yeah. I guess he could be right. I mean, he did apologize, though. That's pretty rare considering most of the people that we've talked to.
I don't care. I think I've just had enough.
Okay. Okay, I understand.
Hello, my friends.
Leonardo, what are you doing here?
I thought I would drop in to say hello.
I didn't know you would be here. This is my friend Gwen. I'm telling her all about my history after you died.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And the same to you. How has your journey been?
Horrible, truthfully. Leonardo, who are you? Through this whole time, I've only heard awful things about you. They made me believe you were someone that I thought you were.
Well, I'm me. Other men's opinions about me are not something I'm interested in. Truthfully, I don't even know who these people are. Men are a strange bunch, always bickering and beaming about who can be the best.
Well, you are one.
Sorry?
You are a man?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, that is true. I knew them in a different way, but I also knew them as the way I am, correct?
They told me you were this warmongering person. Why were you so obsessed with war?
That's a good question. You knew me when I was far past those days. I think I had an obsession with death. In my early days, it was poorly placed with weapons. But then I looked at it for myself. Death swoops, and it takes. There is no accuracy in its precision. It merely drops its scythe and swings across the plains. There is no control, nor can you control it. You must simply let it swing, swing.
Did you ever consider what those inventions were doing to harm others?
I did. I had many years to reflect on that. I realized what I was doing was trying to fill the bloodlusts of terrible warlords. I thought I saw greatness in that work. But I opened the door to despair. I wish I had left it locked. I truly do.
I'm glad you changed. That is comforting to hear. Leonardo, I've been made famous by men from the moment I left your grasp in France. I just wish women had made that impact for me. I could have been something empowering to them. I could have shown them something you didn't even intend. But I was told time and time again how brilliant of a painting I am by men, not once hearing what a woman thinks of me.
I understand, Lisa. Absolutely understand. You are put in an interesting position. Being the painting, I paint you from my perspective hundreds of years ago, but you observe as the times change. You evolve with time.
It is a massive burden to bear, Leonardo. I've never had the privilege to have that friendship with a woman. You were the only man I knew to be true to himself. It is just disheartening to hear your past. But I'm glad to know you. I'm glad you made me.
I am too. Does Gwen own you now?
She might. And I hope she will, but there are no promises. Thank you, Leonardo. Rest well.
I will. Continue to strive, my friend.
That's all I've got.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I hope you know that you're the special person that you are because you're you. That's all I wanted to give you.
You did. I still really can't believe all of this happened, but you know, it worked.
You'll keep me? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll make so many memories together, so many revelations. I'll give you everything I have, everything. I want you to tell me what you see and tell me what you learn. Just us, woman to woman.
Woman to woman. You know, Lisa, I don't think I have to own you. Now just wait. Hear me out. We can be friends, equals. You teach me, I teach you. I don't want you to feel like property anymore. You've shown me that you're so much more than that, and I never want to make you feel that way again.
Thank you.
Grandma Helen would have wanted it that way. And so do I.
Thank you isn't enough to say how I feel, and that's right. She is in you. You have her strength plus your own, and you're gonna be like a
superhero.
What's that?
Well, it's like
ACT, open up!
Oh, fuck! Kyle had to have called them. Idiot! Oh, Lisa, you have two. You've got to be fucking kidding me. They can't take her. They can't. Oh. Fuck.
Open up!
Oh, coming! Just a minute! What is this? A Picasso! This can go. Don't worry, Lisa. I'll be right back.
That was so chill.
Quell'aria brillante, non cadrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, che le belle turbando in riposo.